उत्क्रामातः. Shira Mahadeva was asking about this. Utkramatah Purusha. Utkramatah Purusha. Mava. Mava. Patha. Mava. Patha. Utkramatah Purusha. Mava. Patha. मृत्योः मृत्योः पड्वीषमवमुञ्चमानः मृत्योः पड्वीषमवमुञ्चमानः पड्वीषमवमुञ्चमानः. One vertical line, half the mantra. Utkramatah Purusha Mava Patha Mrityoho Padvisham Avamunchamanaha. Ma Chitta Ma Chitta. That's like Chi Alpa Prana. To it half consonant Mahaprana Cha, Chi. And Tha, Alpa Prana Takara with Dirgha, and Mahaprana Thakara is the half consonant. Ma Chitta. Ma Chitta. Asmal Lokadagnehe. अस्माल्लोकादग्नेः अस्माल्लोकादग्नेः सूर्यस्य सन्दृशः सूर्यस्य सन्दृशः मा चित्ता अस्माल्लोकादग्नेः सूर्यस्य सन्दृशः. Two vertical lines. Mantra is over. Atharva 8.1.4. Atharva 8.1.4. 8th Kanda, first Sukta, 4th Mantra. 8.1.4. Utkramatah Purusha Mava Patha Mrityoho Padvisham Avamunchamanaha Ma Chitta Asmal Lokadagnehe Suryasya Sandrishaha. Now there are some words which I have joined, so you shall split it. Utkrama Ataha. Utkrama Ataha. Utkramataha. Utkrama Ataha. Purusha. Ma Ava. Mava is Ma Ava. Patha. Ma Ava Patha. Mrityoho. Padvisham. Padvisham. Avamunchamanaha. Mrityoho Padvisham Avamunchamanaha. Ma Chitta Ma. Yes, please.
In Patha, both of them are Mahaprana.
Which one?
Patha.
Ma Chitta, not
No,
Patha.
this line only.
Huh?
Ma.
Right. Ma avapatha means ta is alpa prana. That half consonant is mahaprana. Pat tha. Pat the, that is alpa prana. Pat tha. That half consonant is mahaprana. Pat tha. Padvisham avamunchamanaha ma chitta asmat lokat, that is asmal lokat agnehe suryasya sandrishaha utkrama ataha purusha ma ava patha mrityoho padvisham avamunchamanaha ma chitta asmat lokat agnehe suryasya sandrisha. Athara 8.1.4. Now this whole mantra is addressed to Purusha. Purusha is in vocative case, Sambodhana Vibhakti. Hey Purusha. So many times we have discussed, it's better we remember it again and again. Purusha doesn't mean male. Purusha means male and Stri means female in colloquial Sanskrit. Colloquial Sanskrit is okay. But the same meaning cannot be taken when you are discussing about Vedic language. The style of Vedic language, the grammar of Vedic language, the way the Vedic language expresses things is totally different from the colloquial Sanskrit. We should be very careful about that. If you look at these words from the Sanskrit point of view, the whole mantra goes astray. You'll be missing so many things. So suppose if I understand Purusha as male, then what about female? This mantra is gender biased, so many things will start. But it's not so. Purusha doesn't mean male. And how to understand Purusha? Puri shadaha, Puri shete iti Purushaha. That's how we understand it. Puri shadaha va or Puri shete iti Purushaha. The one which resides in a pura, an abode, a town, a shelter, that is called as Purusha. The one which resides, the one which takes shelter, the one which is in a pura is called as a Purusha. It has got nothing to do with male or female. Now it is a Satchit, the Jivatma, which takes shelter in this Sharira Indriya Manas. The Sharira Indriya Manas is considered as the abode, is considered as the shelter, is considered as the resting place for the Jivatma. So this Jivatma is called as Purusha. Because it takes shelter here in the Sharira Indriya Manas. So Purusha means the Satchit, and the Satchit or Jivatma, it's very clear, is beyond gender, because gender is a quality of property of the Sharira Indriya Manas, not the Atma. The structure of the Sharira Indriya Manas is of one type, it's called as a male, it's as a different type, it's called as a female, it is none of the, it's called as an eunuch. But anyhow, this male, female, eunuch or any other thing, it's all dependent on, it's all the property or quality of the Sharira Indriya Manas, Sharira, and has got nothing to do with the soul or the Satchit. This we have discussed sufficiently. Tvam Stri, Tvam Pumanasi, Tvam Kumara, Utava Kumari. This is a piece of the Veda mantra. O soul, you are male, you are female, you are a Kumara, you are a Kumari. It means that by yourself you have no gender, you are above gender. Satchit or the soul, you are above gender. The question of gender gets attached to you because you reside in a particular type of a body. That's all. So here when I say Purusha, it is this soul or Satchit which resides in this shelter called Sharira Indriya Manas. That is the Purusha. One more way of understanding this Purusha is there. If this whole universe is considered as gone about, that which is omnipresent in this whole universe, in this Brahmanda, that Satchidananda is also called as Purusha. Because it resides or it occupies the entire universe. It is omnipresent throughout the universe, the Brahmanda. That's also called as Purusha. We have heard of this Purusha Sukta. So in this Purusha Sukta, the Purusha is that Satchidananda, not this one. Not the Jivatma, not the soul. And in many other places, they use the same word Purusha for Satchidananda. Now, depending upon the context, we should be able to understand and differentiate whether they are speaking of the Purusha as Satchit or the Purusha as Satchidananda. Now here, Utkrama. Kramu Padavikshepe is a root. Kramu Padavikshepe. The footsteps we take, it's called as the Padavikshepa. That is called as Kramu. Utkrama, move. That is very simple. When a question of movement comes, it is never there for Satchidananda. Satchidananda is omnipresent and it is full. It occupies the entire universe of the Brahmanda and it has absolutely no place to move. This also we have seen another Veda mantra. Tadejati Tannaijati. It is responsible for all the moments and change in the universe. But it never undergoes change or it cannot move. It is fixed in the universe because it's omnipresent. So when you say move, definitely it is not an instruction to the Satchidananda, it's clearly an instruction to Satchit. So the very context itself makes it very clear whether we are referring to Satchidananda or Satchit.
Sharma ji.
Yes, please.
Kramu Pada Vikshepe. Can you tell that meaning once more?
Kramu Pada Vikshepe. Pada is the foot. Vikshepa is movement. Stepping. So to step ahead using our leg is called as Pada Vikshepa. That means to move. Generally it's movement. So that is Kramu. Kramu is the dhatu and from that comes Krama. Now Utkrama, Ut is a prefix, Upasarga. It says upwards. Utkrama. So your movement shall be upwards. To a better way, to a better plinth, to a better stage. That's what it means. It need not be physically higher and lower. It means to a better place. You move. You tread the path towards a better condition. Purusha. So now it's very clear that the Purusha, what we are discussing about, is definitely the Satchit and not Satchidananda. Because we cannot say to Satchidananda, you move, you come, you go and come. It's all possible only in Puranic tales, not truth. So in Puranic tales, when they speak of this idol worship, so they place an idol and avahayami. So I call you here into this idol. So God is their servant. When they call, they come. He comes. And after all the puja is over, say Gacha Gacha Devesha. So it's all over. We can go now. And upon that instruction, he will get out. All these things are there only in Puranic methods. And if we take shelter under Puranic tales, we will be confused whether this Purusha is Satchit or Satchidananda. But I understand the Veda mantras very clearly, And if you try to understand the features and nature of Satchidananda to the best extent possible, I cannot know it fully. That's our limitation. Now, this is also not my words. In one of the Veda mantras, they refer to God as Samprashna. Oh God, you are a Samprashna, they say. Samprashna is you are a question mark. In spite of my best knowledge, in spite of my continuous understanding of you, still you are infinite and some things are left. I cannot know you fully. So you are called a Samprashna, you are a question mark ultimately. But because it is a question mark, we should not go back from understanding that Satchidananda. We should try our level best. And more we know about Satchidananda, yes, the life becomes simpler and the quality of life will improve and the strength of the soul and purity of the soul will improve. That we have to do it. But in spite of our best efforts, still that Satchidananda is a Samprashna. That word is used in the Veda. So, if you take shelter under the Vedic light, if you understand things in the Vedic light, there is no confusion, precision is there. But if we go back to Puranas, yes, we are in a lot of confusion. God is not our servant, and when I say Avahayami, he will come. When I say yes, the puja is over, you can go, he will go. All this is just a beautiful tale, but not a fact. God is superior. God is the highest power. And everything what we do is governed by the cosmic law established by God. And God is not at our beck and call. It's very clear, very clear. Now this is where the Puranic tales have missed the subject, missed the core of the whole truth and the misguide. So we should be very, very careful. Okay, it's not a criticism of Puranic things, but it's better we safeguard ourselves against it. So it's just a warning or a caution, that's all. Okay. So Purusha, Utkrama, O soul, O Satchit, you go to a higher plinth, go to a higher state, go to a better state. Ataha, from where you are. Ataha. Ataha, Purusha, Utkrama. O Satchit, from where you are, from that place, you go to a better plinth. You go to a better state. Utkrama. Then it also tells, Ma avapatha, don't fall down. Don't go to a lower level. Don't go to a lower level. You're already at some level. From that level, you have to move upwards and take care that you will not fall down or you will not go to a lower strata. Don't do it. Be careful. You see, this is a very, very important subject. First thing is we should know where we are. Then in relation to that, if I call that position as a benchmark, okay, from where I am, by doing what, I'll be going to a better place, better plinth, and by doing what, I'll be going to a lower plinth. This we have to understand very clearly. Otherwise, I will not be able to know the direction where I have to move. That would be the difficulty. That we have to understand. Okay, that we'll discuss. Now, as you are discussing about this very idol worship, now once again, when I speak of idol worship in the light of Vedas, I promise that I don't want to disturb your beliefs if you believe idols. My intention is not to disturb it. But whatever is said in the Vedas, I place it before you. To take it and apply it in your life, okay, you are free. I am not forcing you to do anything. What is said in Vedas, I will tell you. Now these idols, what we have got, they are all made up of Panchabhutas. So the raw material of all these idols, they are all from Sat. Sat means it just exists, but it doesn't have the awareness, no consciousness. Jada. They are all Jada. we souls, though we are residing in Jada Sharira, we by nature are Satchit. We exist and we are aware of existence. We are conscious. Now between Jada and Chetana, Chetana is always superior. Chetana is always superior. And the whole Jada Jagat is there for the benefit and functioning of the Chetana. This whole Sharira Indriya Manas, for example, it is there for my use. This is an apparatus what is given to me. That is the soul. So by using this apparatus, I perform duties, I perform actions, I react, and finally the result should be, ought to be, the improvement in the strength and purity of the soul. Now tool is a must for me, that's my limitation. Whatever is said and done, finally the tool is subordinate to the Satchit. Jada is always subordinate to the Satchit. Now I, as Satchit, bow my head before an idol which is Sat, which is not at all aware of. Is it not going to a lower strata? That's the question. Is it not that I am sliding down in my status? I am Satchit. Sat is a tool for me. I am supposed to use that tool properly and rightly. But instead, if I consider that tool as Satchidananda and bow my head before that Sat, I think something is wrong somewhere. This is what Vedas says very clearly. Natasya pratima asti yasya bhati mahadyashaha. Tasya means Satchidananda. Satchidananda is such a powerful entity, an omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent entity, and it has no equal, no parallel. You cannot show something and say this is Satchidananda. No. Such a thing never exists. Satchidananda is equal to Satchidananda, and Satchidananda is one and only one. Clear. So when Satchidananda is, of course, exists, Sat, Chit is aware of, conscious, it's a super consciousness, and Ananda, it is Ananda Swarupa. Now these three properties are never there, or we can never expect in that idol which is Jada. Our search is for that Ananda, Satchidananda. That's the direction we have to go. Instead of moving towards Satchidananda as Satchit, we are moving towards Sat and considering Sat as Satchidananda. Yes, something is wrong somewhere. We have to rethink, we have to review. That is, our movement should have been towards Satchidananda, but we are falling down towards Sat and considering that Sat as superior to us. No, it is just Jada. It doesn't have that awareness, doesn't have that consciousness. Whatever I do before it, it can never understand it because it doesn't have the property of understanding. That awareness, the Chiti Sanjnana is not there. We have to think about it. Vedas tell us about this again and again in many, many places. One I quoted just now. Natasya pratyavasti yasya bhati mahadyashaha. It also says, Natasya pratishtihi. It doesn't have a form and it doesn't exist in one place. It is omnipresent. The one which is omnipresent has to be the subtlest. It cannot be gross. And any idol, it may be made out of wood, stone, gold, silver, anything, bronze, anything. It's all gross. It's not subtle. And the Satchidananda is omnipresent and is possible only when it is the subtlest. Then only it can be omnipresent. It can be in everything. And it simply is infinite, therefore everything can be in it. Not my words. Tadantarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya bhahyata. We discussed about it. This Satchidananda is in everything and everything is in it. So we require two properties to understand. One is, it is the subtlest, so it is in everything. It is so magnanimous that everything is in it. So both qualities we never find in any idol made out of any material, because it is just Sat. That's all. So when I speak of Utkrama, that is move ahead, move to a better plinth, move to a better stage, better condition, it definitely means we have to move from Satchit where we are to Satchidananda. And not Ma Avapattaha, don't fall down, don't go to a lower strata where we speak of Sat. But it doesn't mean that I am demeaning Sat. Whatever quality Sat has got, I understand it as it is, and it's clearly a tool for me, and I make use of it. And every inch of this tool is subject to the physical laws. They have got physical laws, so many things. They have got their own properties, they have got their own atomic structures, they have got their own functions. Yes, I understand them and make the best use of this tool what is available. The basic raw material what I have got, Panchabhutas, they are in different shades, they are in different proportions. So I understand the properties and make use of them so that they will serve my purpose. So making a proper use of Jada is real worship of Jada and not bowing our head before it and thinking that it is Satchidananda wrongly. It's not Satchidananda. It's just Sat. It is not even Satchit. Think over. As I told you in the beginning, this is not to disturb your beliefs, but if you are really seekers of truth, yes, we have to think twice, we have to review our beliefs, we have to review our faiths, and finally take shelter under truth, facts, reality. Utkrama, ataha, from where you are, Utkrama, move ahead to a better state, O soul, Satchit. Mavapattha, so don't fall down, don't go to a lower strata. That's not your position. You're already in some position, and from there you move ahead, move up. Utkrama, Ut means up, better. To do it, there is one big problem. What is your problem? We are bound by shackles. Shackle. We are bound by shackles, iron shackles. That is called as Padvisham. Padvisha is a shackle. You are bound. You are stuck there. Padvisham. What is that shackle that you are bound with? Mrutyoho Padvisham. It is a binding, it is a shackle which binds us, is that Mrityu. Mrityu bogs down. Mrityu rides on us. It stamps on us. It does all the problems. And we are all subject to this Mrityu. It's not just we are subject, we are all threatened, frightened by this Mrityu. We fear it. So that fear of death, and the death is considered here as the iron shackles. And these iron shackles are inevitable. We are too small before it. All our powers put together can never release us from these shackles of death. But it says, the shackles of death, Mrityoha Padvisham, Avamunchamanaha, break it down into pieces. Release yourself from the shackles of death. Free yourself from the shackles of death. And there is a very, very important prerequisite for our moving to a better plinth. Mrityoha Padvisham, Avamunchamanaha. Shackles of death, you free yourself. Now here we have to understand clearly. It is impossible for us to overcome death. Whoever the person be, good or bad, noble, pious, anybody. Even in history, if we look into Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Mahavira, all great people, every one of them were subjected to death. It is unsurpassable. We cannot win over death. It's a fact. However much we try, whatever sadhana we do, it is impossible for every one of us, 100%, to free ourselves from the shackles of death. And what's the meaning of this? Now, to be very clear, death is not painful. Death is not painful. The whole pain is in the fear of death. That's the thing. The fear of death is traumatic. The fear of death really makes us shudder. But the whole death comes within a fraction of a second, it will be over. So actual death is not the painful thing, but the fear of it. So when you say, Mrityoho padvisham avamunchamana, it clearly says, get rid of the fear of death. Only a person who has overcome the fear of death can really lead a frank and honest life, straight life, transparent life, dharmic life. That is Ruta. Only a person who has overcome the fear of death. When we are afraid of death, yes, lot of compromises we make in our lives, even with truth, even with honesty, even with everything, because I'm afraid of death. Being fearful of death, even if I compromise with all these things, what is the net result? I die one day. You see? In spite of doing all those things, I die one day. So is there any meaning in trying to fear death and compromise on values? Now Vedas say no. No. It is absolutely a waste. Don't fear death. Do your duty honestly and frankly. One day you will die, but die with valor, die with braveness. You can't escape it, and you can't escape it. This is what we say in English, ride the bull by the horns. Ride the bull by horns. It comes to you, you can't escape it. Okay, ride it over its horns. Don't be submissive to it. Be bold. It is something inevitable, take it. That's what is called as Mrityoho padvisham avamunchamana. And how this can be done? Only when we understand what is death and its repercussions clearly, correctly, factually, yes, the fear of death will definitely dissolve, and we become more brave, and we will be ready to face death anytime with all boldness. It's possible, it's not impossible. We have seen in history, all great people, all seers, they never feared for death. They faced death. They looked in the face of the death with all boldness and valor. Yes, we have got a lot of examples. That they could do because they knew what death was. They knew its property and they knew its pros and cons very clearly. They were firm in their understanding of death. It's possible even for us. Anyhow, when you go into the details of this mantra, I will discuss about it. So throw the shackles of the fear of death and move ahead. O Sachit, to a better plinth. Utkrama ataha purusha ma vapathaha. Don't fall down. That's not your nature. That's not your direction. The direction is upwards to a better thing. And to do that, the shackles which hold you, the shackles which prevent you from moving ahead, to move to a better plinth, those shackles of death, those shackles of fear of death, cut it down, throw it down. You'll be free now to move to a better plinth. Mrityoho padvisham avamunchamana. Now to do this, again, if you have to do it, where do you have to do it? You have to do it here in this world. Don't escape from this. I got people who are afraid of death or who are depressed, who have got a lot of problems. They think I will escape from this by committing suicide. Now it says no. Some people, their escape is They run away from the difficult situations. They run away from the family. They run away from their problems. They run away from their stress. And here it says, no, even if you run away, you are not free from it. You cannot run away. Take for example this Mrityoha Padvisham itself, the shackle of death. Where can I run? Where I can take shelter? Where I will be spared from death? No. Wherever you go, you will die. It is with you. You cannot escape from it. Similarly, whenever there is a difficult situation, when you are in problems, the best thing is to tackle it rather than run away from it. Escapism is no solution for problems. So what you have to do it? You have to stay where you are. You have to stand firm and tackle the problems with all boldness and with all intelligence, with all knowledge. With knowledge and bravery, with knowledge and strength, with knowledge and boldness, we can tackle any problem under any circumstance. Because it cannot stand before boldness and knowledge. Any problem. Anywhere, at any time, anywhere, with any person. We can tackle them comfortably. So it says, Asmat Lokat, from this place where you are, as a situation we are in, Ma Chitta, don't sever yourself. Don't cut yourself, don't try to run away from the problem. Face it. Face it. With boldness. Don't have that fear of death in you. So that itself gives you a lot of boldness. And with all that boldness, wherever you are, Asma Loka, from the world where you are, from the situation where you are, from this world, don't try to escape. Don't try to sever yourself. Don't try to cut yourself from that. Don't do it. Face it. Face it. Now while facing, the only thing what I am afraid of, okay, if I die, okay, don't face it, you run away. Can you escape from death? Foolish, never. And now you are going to die, face it and die. It's like this. It's a war. It's a war. Don't run away from war. You wage the war. Two things will happen. One is you will win the war or you will die fighting. That's the beauty of it. It says that with reference to death, Mrityoha Padvisham, you can never win. But don't run away from the war field, you die fighting. That very fight itself gives all the strength and purity for the soul. That was your purpose. That's the purpose of this human life. Yes, you can achieve it. But this you can achieve only when you are a real fighter and with all braveness you fight. You fight. Winning is not the question. The whole question is how long you fight, how well you fight. That's all. So don't escape. Don't escape. Don't think of running away from the situation. Face it, whatever it be. Machitta small lokat. And by doing so, you will be a role model to others also. You motivate others also to fight better, to fight intelligently, to fight boldly. You can do it. Like. Sandrishaha. Sandrisha is like Agnehe Suryasya Sandrishaha. Machitta small lokat Agnehe Suryasya Sandrishaha. Look at the sun, you look at the moon, you look at the fire, what they are. They give light to the whole world. During day it is sun, during night it is Agni, the fire. Now this Agni during night and the sun during day, they throw light on the whole universe. They try. And in that light, we can tread the right path. Similarly, you be the light, you be the guiding force, you be the beacon light for others. Because of your boldness and because of your waging the war with all valor, you can do it. Do it. And you can look at the Agni and Surya as your role model. Now once again, this Agni and Surya physically is the fire and the sun. But at the same time, Surya also means Satchidananda and Agni also means Satchidananda. Surya, Sri Gatau. Agni, Agi Gatau. Both mean the moment, both mean the driving force. Surya, Agni, they are all driving forces. That is Satchidananda. Satchidananda runs the whole universe. It runs the whole universe. There is a driving force behind it. And because of that, the whole universe is moving. Continuous change is taking place. So take that Satchidananda as your role model. Physically, okay. Physically, you can consider this sun and the fire also, no problem. But more than that, you take Satchidananda as your role model. Satchidananda is running the whole world, the whole universe, subject to the cosmic laws established by it. You are part of it. Try to understand these rules and regulations, and you be a role model as the Agni and as the Surya. Both physical or spiritual. In any way you take it, that should be your role model. And what is it they do? They shine. They give light. And what's the light we are supposed to give? Yes, the light of knowledge, the light of courage, the light of bravery. They can give it. And those who are our fellow beings who are suffering, who are subject to so many problems and pains, if you are a role model, you can give them all the spiritual strength they want to fight out their situation. And tell them, don't run away, don't run away. Wherever you go, these problems will follow you. So the best thing is face it, straight. So this gives us a lot of impetus for us to, lot of challenging spirit in us so that we can face the situation, come out of it. And once we start facing it, once we start boldly working against it, yes, no pain, no problem, no difficulty, no distress can withstand. It will collapse. It will dissolve. The only thing is, we should be ready to fight it out, not run away, not escape. And the basic thing is, yes, I am not afraid of death. You know, it's inevitable. It will happen, if not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, let it come. I am not bothered about it. You see, with that spirit, if I am able to fight out here, in this world, in the midst of any number of problems and difficulties, yes, I can win, I can succeed, or if I don't succeed, I will die trying to succeed. I will not leave it at all. I will not run away. I will not show my back. See, this is spirit this mantra gives us. Utkrāmātaha, move up from where you are. Māvapatha, don't fall down. Mrityoho padvisham, avamunchamanaha, breaking the shackles of the fear of death. And don't run away. Stay here and achieve here, because this life and this world is your sadhana kshetra. Is your sadhana kshetra. You cannot run away from this. Whatever you are searching for, ananda, shanti. Yes, that shanti and ananda you can get only when you perform your duties here in this world now. This is sadhana kshetra. You have to perform your sadhana here. You have to pursue your penance here. Only then you will get it. If you run away, what's the use? Even if you run away, you are not spared from death. You are sure to die. So it is futile to run away from this, to fear death. So let not our efforts be useless and futile. Let us work hard, let us be bold, face it straight. Let us look in the face of death straight, without fear. And our role model is Surya, Agni, both physical and spiritual. So them as the role model, it is possible for us to fight it out, to face it boldly. We may die, but the result is, while dying, we die with more strength. We die with more purity. And we have achieved our goal as human beings. Our life is successful now. The life is successful when we become more stronger and more purer, and The success of life is not decided by our death. It has got nothing to do with death. A successful man also dies, an unsuccessful man also dies. So death is not a parameter, but how we die makes us more stronger, and how we die makes us more purer. And for that, you have to stay in the sadhana kshetra and don't care about death. Pratyopadisham. Avamunchamanaha machitta small lokat. And to fight, and to be brave, and not only it is beneficial to yourself, be also beneficial to your other fellow beings also, like Surya, Agni. Now what all I have told is just the simple essence of the mantra. Now I got so many other subtle things to be understood in this mantra. Ataha, from where I am. So how to evaluate where I am? That itself is a big task. And from there, which is the movement towards a better thing. What is better, what is not better? What is the scale for that? That's the next thing. And Mrityoho Padvisham, what is that fear of death? What is that death? After all, if you understand death rightly, yes, the fear of death will definitely vanish. It is a fact, it's a reality. More you try to understand what death is, more you become bold enough to face it. This is not a theory, this is not a theory. Though my experience is very little, even that with little experience, I assure you. Of course, even I am afraid of death, that's a different issue. But my fear of death before 20 years, if I compare it with my fear of death now today, I 100% assure you it has definitely come down drastically. I was afraid of death very much. Say maybe in terms of figures, if I am to say, I was afraid to an extent of 100%. But today, my fear of death, after 20 years of continuous study of Veda and trying to understand what death is, using different mantras in the Veda, we speak about death. Today, if I am to compare, my fear of death is 50%. What was 100 has come down to 50. Even though I am afraid of death, that's a different issue. But if I continue in the same path, I am sure that one day I will be able to face death with all boldness. I wish for it, and I have to work for it. It's my sadhana, I have to do it. But one thing is certain, more and more we understand it, more and more we take it into our hearts. Yes, we become bold and bolder. It's possible. It's possible. If it's possible for me, why not it possible for anyone else? Anybody can do it. It's open. And that is the purpose of human life. And we have got a lot of guidance. So all those details we have to see. How Vedas explain us about death. And if you understand that death, maybe to understand we may have to study some half a dozen mantras. Okay, we'll do that as part of this mantra. This is the main mantra what we have got. As a subsidiary mantra, wherever we speak of death, wherever the mantra speaks about death, we'll discuss all of them. And once we understand the nature of death, once we understand what it is, yes, we become bolder. Definitely become bolder and we become stronger, and our fear of death will definitely vanish and dissolve. Or at least will come down. Then Machita small lokat. Don't escape from where you are, from this world, from the society, from the difficulties. So how to face them? What could be the probability of the difficulties we are supposed to face? That we'll study. Then okay, of course we have got for our role model, the Surya and the Agni, both physical and spiritual. So when you go deep into this mantra, yes, lot of things will reveal for themselves before us. And definitely as a result of that, we should become more bolder than what we are today. And that is Utkamataha. And that's a way of moving to a better place, a better plinth. Okay, let me stop at this. And other things, which speaks of Ataha, which speaks of Mrityoho Padvisham, which speaks about Machita small lokat. There are several other Veda mantras which support all these words, which are complementary for understanding this. Okay, we'll discuss all those things, and hopefully, we'll be able to understand this subject maybe another, if I'm right, 5 to 10 classes. Because a lot of things are there to understand, a lot of mantras are there to study. Okay, it's a fine exercise, we'll do it. And I assure you that at the end of these classes discussing about this mantra, I assure you 100% that our fear of death will definitely come down to a very great extent. That's the benefit what we can get. And after that, we should share the same knowledge and experience with others and give them the strength to face life, to face death. Okay, thank you for the day.
Sharma ji.
Thank you.
Sharma ji.
Yes, please.
Two questions I have.
Please.
Patha, what is the root and the meaning?
Patul patane, to fall down. Ma avapatha means don't fall down. Patha is to fall down. That is to a lower strata, to a lower plinth.
Astu.
That is avapatha. Rohana, to grow in the upward direction. Avarohana, to go down. Ava is a upasarga, it speaks about less. Mana is measurement. Avamana is underestimation. Like that. Ava is the upasarga. Okay, then.
The second is, the Natasya Pratima Asti Yajurveda 32.3 you had told before, but only part of the mantra.
We will see the mantra later. Let us complete this mantra with the help of so many other mantras.
Astu.
And then that whole mantra we will take and discuss. No problem.
Astu.
No problem.
Dhanyavad.
But I assure you, my purpose is not to disturb your belief that I have told you. In spite of discussing all these things, if you still want to believe the title and worship it as we do it, you are free to do it. I have no objection. But if we can understand what it is and change our way of looking at God and change our way of worshipping God according to the Vedic light, yes, that would be excellent, and I will be the happiest fellow for that. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, Sharma.
Dhanyavad.
Okay, namaste.